looking for another.
I'll go ahead and call the Monday, December 15th, 2025 Board of Commissioners meeting to order. I'd like to welcome everyone here
Okay.
tonight as we begin the Christmas and holiday season, or as we continue it. I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday season as we begin that. And this time, I would like to ask Commissioner Council if she'd like to present the invocation, or I can have Vice Chairman Jones do it.
She's
All right, Vice Chairman Jones, will
Thank
you lead us in the invocation?
Heavenly Father, we just thank you. We thank you as we come to the ending of this year. We thank you for our many blessings for our family and friends, for our first responders, for those that serve in our military. Lord, we just ask that you will continue to just keep us and give us guidance as we embark going into the next new year of 2026. May all of us be safe. We thank you for our blessings and favor. We thank you for this opportunity to be able to serve. And again, we just ask that we will do things in decency and order, and we will make the right choices and decisions for all of those in Cumberland County. In Jesus' name we pray. May we all have a safe and blessed upcoming Christmas going into the new year. Amen.
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 I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And before we move forward to the presentation portion, I'd just like to take a moment and wish one of our colleagues a happy birthday. He has a birthday coming up, Commissioner Tyson. Happy birthday. We won't make Commissioner Fairclough sing to you. Even though he missed Saturdays, he and our deputy clerk were supposed to sing at the parade, but that's okay. But happy birthday, and wish you the best in your upcoming year.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
This time we'll move to presentations. Presentation A, Creative Collaborations Artists in Residency Program. County Manager Greer.
I'll turn this over to Faith Phillips, Assistant County Manager, to present, and Heather Hall, Library Director, to present this item and answer any questions I have.
All right. Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for having me. I am here and delighted to explain to you and provide some context about what the library is doing with our Artist in Residence program. So this program is showing how we're evolving, delivering our library services and programs. We want to bring it to people in a different, more accessible way through our libraries. So we want to blend creativity, learning, and community connection. Now, right now, we have a one-year project grant through the LSTA grant through our IMLS. It is $50,000, $50,260. These are very competitive, and it's focused on expanding access. So this program is where we have a professional local artist who went through a bid process. She is embedded in our library spaces over the next few months. So she's going to be having on-site programs. We are having open studio hours for the public. They are engaging directly with our library visitors. The selected artist is Miss Kia Jones. She is wonderful. She will have a public exhibit, and then there will be a permanent contribution to the library's Special Collections Archive. So the library is turning into a working studio. We do have our conference room 1 space down at headquarters where she is set up, she is creating. By the end of this first year project, we will have over 320 hours of open studio time. We will have 14 unique public programs geared towards people of all ages and all backgrounds. The programs will be for youth and teen workshops, adult creative sessions, and school partnerships with our Title I schools. We will have informal drop-in experiences for family and individuals, and we're going to meet people mostly where they are. So why this matters for Cumberland County? We are supporting our local artists. We are rebuilding community access to the arts. We are strengthening our partnerships. So it's not just about creativity, it's about connection. So right now we're looking at applying for a second year for this project grant. That would be to expand our programming capacity and reach more residents. And I'm very excited to say we just had our first program on December 13th. It was our main character energy program, which was a DIY patch making. And it was for our teenagers. Upcoming, we have Fit Check, which is customizing your clothing. We have Mod Podge Material Magic for adults. We have Finger Knitting 101 for kids. We have So Personal Embroider Your Own Keepsake for adults. And we have Words to Live By Textile Banner Workshop for teens. So that's some of the programs we have coming up through the end of February. Are there any questions for me?
Commissioners, are there any questions or comments? Vice Chairman Jones, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do have one question, and first of all, I want to just thank your staff in the library. You all do excellent work. And the Kia Jones, you did state that there would be a public exhibit, and so
Correct.
if you would just, I guess, give the website where individuals can find out all this great information. I know you talked about different things. Has the date been tentatively set for her particular public exhibit? Have you all put that in place?
There
yet?
is not a planned date at this
Okay.
time, but we do have a webpage directly on our website, Artist in Residence under the library, and we will keep it updated with all of our public programs, and we'll let you know when that date's confirmed.
And can you give that website for our listening audience, as we are a military transit, community, and some people might be new here, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you
It's
so much.
cumberlandcountync.gov/department/library, artist-in-residence.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was impressive. Vice Chairman, anything else?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That'll be all for now.
Commissioner Adams, you're recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I'm going to tell you, hats off first to the Arts Council,
Yes.
because I was over at the Arts Council when they did the Artists in Residence. I went to our assistant manager and said, why can't we do this at the library? And they heard that, and they heard that call. And I just want to say thank you. I know Commissioner Patel sits on the Arts Council board. Quit biting me. on the Arts Council board, and and you were there. I think when we did the Artists in Residence. Oh, it was just. And this is going to be just as tremendous. And thank you for hearing the call from this community. I'm excited. I missed out a little bit on at the Arts Council because I didn't know we could go in and watch them as they work. So now that I know I can go in and watch Ms. Kia work, and I guess all of us can as she does that, I would encourage everybody to go see that and do that. Thank you. The library is just amazing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without my wonderful team, Gracie
Yes.
Brandt, our
Yeah.
Deputy Director, and my project manager, Danielle Ellis. They have done wonderful jobs, and the Arts Council have been amazing partners.
Commissioners, any other comments? As I see Assistant County Manager Phillips over there beaming as well, along with the county manager, both beaming in pride. So any other comments? Thank you so much. Thank you
you.
for the information, and thank you for all y'all do within our community. This time, we'll go ahead and move to the recognitions portion. We'll start with 2025 Outstanding Young Farmer, Paige Kennedy Smart. County Manager Greer.
Yes, Lisa Childers, County Extension Director, will present this item and present the award to Mr. Smart.
And I'm
Smart, I'm
Ms.
sorry.
And I'm going to ask Commissioner Tyson to join them at the podium. Ms. Childers.
Paige Kennedy Smart grew up on a family multi-generational farm in Grays Creek, just right up the road, and agriculture has shaped her life from an early age. She, along with her husband and two precious boys, are continuing a strong family farming legacy that includes her grandfather, Mr. Earl Smith, was an outstanding young farmer, as well as her brother, Ryan Kennedy, was an outstanding young farmer. Paige was active in her FFA in high school and earned both a Bachelor's of Science in Animal Science and a Master's degree in Ruminant Nutrition from NC State University. After graduation, she worked as a regional support manager with Southeast AgriSeed, becoming a respected forage and specialist across the Southeast. Paige later returned to the family farm, contributing to daily operations and introducing contract grazing as a successful hay business to her farm. Her vision helped lead to the creation of what you might have heard, S&K Farm Market, which began as a small beef operation and has now grown into a thriving local market, which is offering meat and locally produced goods. So help me congratulate Paige Kennedy Smart as our outstanding young farmer this year.
I greatly appreciate the honor. I appreciate you inviting me here tonight as well. I'm much more comfortable in the cab of a tractor, but this is good every now and again. But it's very special to be in the same club as my late grandfather and my brother. Farming is pretty tough right now, I'm not going to lie to y'all, but we're a stubborn people, and so we're going to keep on doing this until we get enough no's that we stay down. But right now we're really grateful to be here, and I very much appreciate the honor.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got a bone in rib roast. Good to see you again.
It's good too.
The two people at the end can
That's good.
Paige, congratulations. It was great to be there with you when at the Kiwanis meeting when they officially announced it. So it was great to be there as well. We'll go ahead and move to item B, the 2025 Cumberland County Agriculture Hall of Fame inductee, Miss Betty Arp Green. And I believe we have a video to show.
Yes, we do, Chairman. And on November 21st, we got to induct Ms. Green into the Agricultural Hall of Fame in this very chamber. Lisa Childress, the Cooperative Extension Director, will present the award and the video and have Ms. Green speak. Please.
And before I'd ask Commissioner Adams to join him at the podium.
And while he's coming forward, in 1989, the Cumberland County Commissioners established the Agricultural Hall of Fame as a way for us to recognize those that have made a significant contribution to agriculture. And this year, as Chairman shared, our recipient is Betty Arp Green. Ms. Green has provided exemplary service to Cumberland County as she was a 4-H agent for over 18 years. And we have a special video that was created by our PIO staff that will showcase her career in life here in Cumberland County.
And if you look real quick, you can see the young Commissioner Adams.
Betty A. Green was raised on a farm in Robeson County by her grandparents. She earned her undergraduate degree from North Carolina Central University and a master's degree from North Carolina State University. In 1980, she began her career in Cumberland County's Cooperative Extension as a 4-H agent, a role she passionately held for over 18 years. Under Mrs. Green's visionary leadership, the Cumberland County 4-H program flourished in ways never imagined. She launched innovative programs that empowered youth, starting with agricultural public speaking contests, where she coached students who competed at local, district, and state levels.
Some of the programs that I was really proud of was the 4-H talent show. That talent show got children out of their little zones that they were in as far as getting up in front of people. So from that, we went on to do a fashion show. But not only was that a fashion show, it ended up being a craft show.
She also founded the Cumberland County 4-H Alumni Association and organized recognition banquets to honor former members, often with the help of Glenn Adams in securing event judges. One of her most impactful initiatives was introducing the 4-H embryology program into Cumberland County schools. Students witnessed the life cycle of baby quails firsthand, sparking curiosity and engagement in elementary science classrooms across the county. The program is one of the most widely adopted 4-H enrichment efforts in the state and is still used in classrooms today. Mrs. Green expanded 4-H offerings to include science and numerous other youth projects. She played a pivotal role in bringing 4-H to military families, establishing clubs on both Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. This enduring partnership now supports youth on 5 sites across Fort Bragg.
It was very important to have 4-H on the military base because of the number of children that were located in Cumberland County from the 2 military bases that we had.
As the 4-H program grew, Ms. Green founded the Cumberland County Leaders Association to support and train volunteer leaders. With the help of Dr. Bernadette Watts, she developed a comprehensive 4-H leaders training guide, shared statewide as a valuable tool for new club leaders. Eleanor Getz, a state 4-H Leaders Association president and nationally recognized leader, helped share this guide across districts. To support the growing number of youth and leaders, Ms. Green also launched creative fundraising efforts, such as the 4-H Calendar of Events, where local businesses sponsored activities featured in the calendar. In 1988, she received the Distinguished Service Award from the National Association of Extension 4-H Agents, the highest national honor for 4-H professionals. Today, she continues her support as a life member of the State 4-H Association. Her legacy lives on in the many lives she touched, young people who went on to achieve incredible things. This includes a State 4-H president, a celebrity chef, a Broadway entertainer, a Grammy Award winner, art and numerous other teachers, and many more. She attributes much of her success to a supportive network, including Farm Bureau, dedicated club leaders like Mr. Willie Getty and Ms. Eleanor Getz, and colleagues such as B.T. McNeil, George Autry, Alfred Davenport, Rick Morris, and many others.
I want my 4-H legacy to be that I really enjoyed working with 4-H youth, young people, seeing them develop. I was an advocate for the young people.
Beyond her 4-H career, Betty Green was a devoted wife to the late Clero Green, loving mother to 3 daughters, grandmother of 7, and a great-grandmother of 3. She remains active at Harry Hosier United Methodist Church, serving on multiple committees, including vice president of the women's group. She's also a proud member of the Fayetteville chapter of the North Carolina Central Alumni Association, where she has held various leadership roles. Today, we proudly celebrate Betty A. Green, 2025 inductee into the Cumberland County Agricultural Hall of Fame, a true champion of agriculture and youth in our community.
I guess this shows that pictures never go away, so you better be careful where you are, right? I just want to say just a couple of words about Ms. Green. You know, first of all, y'all saw the NC State part, but you also saw the North Carolina Central. We're connected in more ways than that. Might have been why she had me way down there years ago doing judging those speaking contests. But this just tells you the level of employees that we have in Cumberland County, where her reach has reached not just Cumberland County, but over the state and over the national level. And they're still using products that she introduced way back then. So hats off to you and congratulations. And I think it's a great honor and we're proud of you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It is with great honor for me to be here before you. It almost brings tears to my eyes. Thinking about all the things that we went through here in Cumberland County. with 4-H. It was one of the most pleasant and enjoyable events that I've had. But getting on, I'd like to thank each of you. I won't try to call any names. I'll get in trouble. But all of you played a part, a vital part. County managers, you handled lots of money that I got in here back during the years. I appreciate that. And county commissioners, you all no doubt have supported us wholeheartedly. And without this person over here, it would not happen. So I appreciate Ms. Childers and her staff for all that they have done. Thank you very much. And giving honor to God, He is the power of all my powers that I have.
Ms. Green, you have your family with you?
I have my daughter
There
and
you
my
go.
granddaughter
There.
with me. And I have some church members with me and some friends.
I remember your church showed up when you won the award. So
That's right.
No doubt they were going to be here tonight.
They were here.
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, I should have brought my glasses down here. 2025 Cumberland County Agriculture Hall of Fame inductee presented to Betty Arp Green in recognition of lifetime contributions and accomplishments in agriculture, presented by Stephen Wheeler, President, Kiwanis Club of Fayetteville, November 21st, 2025. You're welcome.
She gonna come around?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, Ms. Childers, you can't walk away yet because we have to wish you happy birthday as
Oh,
well.
They told on me,
Don't be
didn't
blaming
they?
the clerks.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Thank you.
And thank you for everything that you do
I
and
appreciate
making sure
all
we
of you.
keep agricultural issues on the forefront of everything that we do. So thank you and happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
At this time, we'll go ahead and move to item C. This is, again, the county manager is beaming and excited. So I won't even announce what it is. I'm just going to turn over this item to the county manager, Greer.
Yes, Commissioners. Over the last few months, when I've announced that we've had an assistant county manager join the ranks, there have been internal candidates. Over the month of October and November, did interviews, and I was able to hire Ms. Tufana Bradley as assistant county manager. Today is her first day. A little bit about Ms. Bradley. She has more than 25 years of combined experience in government, nonprofit leadership, and public administration. She joins after 7 years in New Hanover County. Rumor has it that I'm not supposed to cross the county line in New Hanover County, where she was assistant county manager and Health and Human Services Director. She holds a bachelor's in communications from East Carolina University and a master's in public administration from UNC Wilmington. And she also serves as the MPA advisory board, serves on the MPA advisory board for UNC Wilmington. She's a civic fellow with the UNC School of Government, and her professional affiliations are with the ICMA, the National Association of County, or NACO, the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners, and the Consolidated Human Services Director Alliance. Additionally, just recently, she became ICMA Credential Manager, and she get formal approval in January, or an acknowledgement. So I turn it over to Ms. Bradley. We had a nice conversation, and like I said, some of the weight is off my shoulders.
Good evening, Chair, Vice Chair, and Commissioners. It is a pleasure to be here. I'm so excited. New Hanover County did me well, but I felt like the opportunity here in a larger county, a larger market, other things that in my research when I applied for the job, I felt like this was a new adventure for me. I am so excited about what I can bring to the leadership team. And, you know, I love that it's a power group of women. So I'm really looking forward to working with you and on behalf of the citizens of Cumberland County.
Commissioners, any comments or welcomes? Vice Chairman Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say welcome aboard. I'm sure that your gifts and talents will definitely be a contribution to our team, and just excited for you to be a part of the team and look forward to you being able to work with the rest of the staff as well as working with all of us commissioners. So welcome to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and just happy to have you aboard.
Commissioners, anybody else? Ms. Bradley, welcome aboard. We look forward to working with you. We've got a lot to do, so buckle up and we'll be ready to go. We'll go ahead and move to the public comment period, and I'll call on County Manager Greer to read the public comment policy.
The public comment period procedures are as follows. Public comment period shall last no longer than 15 minutes. Time may be extended at the discretion of the board. Each speaker will have a maximum of 3 minutes to make remarks until the 15 limit is attained. No time may be yielded by a speaker to another speaker. Speakers will be acknowledged by the board in the order in which their names appear upon the sign-up sheet. Speakers will address the board from the lectern and begin their remarks by stating their name and address. Public comment is not intended to require the board to answer any impromptu questions. Speakers will not discuss matters regarding the candidacy of persons seeking public office. Speakers will be courteous in their language and presentation. Personal attacks will not be tolerated. Written comments and/or supporting documents may be left with the clerk to the board.
Thank you, County Manager Greer. Madam Clerk, are there any speakers?
We have 2 speakers.
We go ahead and call the first speaker.
Chris Davis.
Madam Clerk?
Cho-
Madam Clerk, will you call the next speaker?
Dr. Choi.
Chairman, good to see you and some of those that I've worked with in the past. So my name is Young Sammy Choi. I reside at 408 Kingsford Court here in Fayetteville, 28314. And to keep to the time limit, I'm going to largely read from prepared comments, which I'll leave with the staff here. I recently retired after serving 40 years as a research physician with the Department of Defense. The military brought me here in 1989, where my wife and I have raised 8 children. Tonight, I stand to endorse the Man of Dream Center's bid to operate the new homeless shelter. I am listed on the grant as a consultant, but I will not receive any remuneration. The initial review favored another organization in 5 areas. In 4 of them, MANA can provide equal or stronger outcomes, including procuring VA grants. Regarding accreditation, this is site-specific. Whoever wins the grant will need to apply. Both finalists can help people survive. But what Cumberland County needs is not just survival. We need an operator that can help people thrive and move this county toward an end to homelessness. That requires more than shelter management. It requires boots on the ground who can build and coordinate a community-wide team across housing, healthcare, education, workforce development, faith partners, and local government. That is where the Man of Dream Center is uniquely positioned. We are deeply rooted, defined by trust and successful partnerships. Individually or collectively, we operate the Man of Men's Shelter, Community Store, and Day Resource Center. co-led with Mike Nagowski the 2019 Next Gen Sector Partnership on Childhood Obesity, securing a $1.5 million grant. Dr. Council signed the official proclamation as chair. Mr. Faircloth and Mr. Adams, you were also part of that effort. We led the COVID Consortium, uniting area churches, schools, public health directors like Dr. Jennifer Green, commissioners, and hospital CEOs. Again, Dr. Council, Mr. Faircloth, and Mr. Adams, you were part of that effort. We partnered with Fayetteville State University, Chancellor Allison, and his faculty on AI and social science strategies to address homelessness. We work on boards like the Care Clinic. We serve with groups like the Salvation Army. We act as a family ambassador for county schools, supporting over 850 homeless students. And we have a meeting this Friday with Superintendent Dr. Bracey. We've initiated discussions with Dr. Bell and the new medical school to introduce street medicine into their medical student curriculum. Additionally, our lead pastor at Manna Church serves on the board of the Greater Fayetteville Chamber. These are not distant affiliations. They're boots-on-the-ground relationships built over decades with a proven ability to mobilize diverse partners for lasting impact. In closing, many organizations can help people survive. Cumberland County needs a shelter operator who can help people thrive. The Manna Dream Center is accountable, resilient, and trusted. We bring together healthcare, academia, faith, and local leadership to move us from temporary survival to permanent self-sufficiency. Ending homelessness will take a team effort, and the Manna Dream Center is ready to lead that team. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, Dr. Troy.
You're welcome.
For your comments. It's good to see you again. Madam Clerk, are there any other speakers?
There are no more speakers.
This time we'll go ahead and close the public comment period, and we'll move to item 1, approval of the agenda. County Manager Greer, are there any changes for the agenda?
Yes, Chairman Deviere. Under items of business, we would like to pull items A, proactive MD contract, B, consideration of FAMPO memorandum of understanding update, and C, consideration of the recommendation for award of the Grays Creek Phase 1 Water Distribution Package 1, and move those to a meeting in January or an agenda session. With that change, item 8 will also be pulled. The recommendation for award as part of the Grays Creek Phase 1 Water Distribution Package 1 as part of the Grays Creek Water and Sewer District Governing Board meeting.
Commissioners, any other changes? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Vice Chairwoman Jones.
Yes, I move to approve the agenda with the changes made as stated by Manager Greer.
Second motion. Got a motion to approve the agenda with the removal of item 4A, B, and C. Been properly seconded. Are there any discussion or questions on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote for the approval of the agenda as modified. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
This time we'll move to item 2, consent agenda. Commissioners, are there any changes to the consent agenda? Hearing none, entertain a motion. Vice Chairwoman Jones, you're recognized.
Yes, I move that we make a motion to approve the consent agenda as stated.
Second. We've got a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. It's been properly seconded. Are there any questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote and for approval of the consent agenda. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
We'll go ahead and move to item 3, public hearings. County Manager Greer, if you'll read the board rules and procedures for public hearings.
Public hearing procedures are as follows. Arguments by the proponents and opponents should be limited to a maximum of 10 minutes per each side. If there's no group representative, each speaker shall be allotted a maximum of 3 minutes until the 10-minute time period is attained. Rebuttals will only be permitted at the discretion of the chairman with a maximum of 1 3-minute presentation by each side. Tonight we have 2 zoning cases. Ross Howard, Director of Planning and Inspections, will present these items and answer any questions you may have.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening. We'll go ahead and address, you got case ZON 250044.
Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk, how many speakers do we have for this?
3 speakers.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So the case ZON 25-0044, as you can see by the highlighted star, is located in the northwestern part of the county, up near Spring Lake. The applicant owner is C3A Unlimited LLC. The agent is Mr. Daniel Morgan. The request is to go from R6A to office and institutional for the purpose of developing a research and training lab and classrooms and office space for the lot that you can see on the red highlighted map. Now, I'll go in more detail with some, like a map that shows you the surroundings. Around that, you can see Manchester Road here, manufactured home parks and like some residential uses that are here, but for the most part, it's largely just a zoomed in area for the map or the zoning map itself. It's pretty much all R6A along this stretch of the road. This is a zoomed in picture of the site. You can see it's pretty much all wooded around it. There's a wastewater treatment plant that is owned by the base that is here, but you have pretty much base facilities that largely surround it. There's also like some work for clearing on the site as we speak. There are no hydric or hydric inclusion soils when you look at that particular aspect of this project. It does have a water line from Spring Lake that runs through the property, but there's no sewer that we were identified. Sewer is a little bit further up the road as you're heading out to the main road. I'm sorry, it's Harnett and Spring Lake water that you can see that's in this area. This is a topo. It's pretty much a largely flat piece of property. These are 4-foot contours, but you can see there's no topo whatsoever on the site itself, so it's largely flat, as I said. When staff looked at this against the Spring Lake land use plan, which was adopted in 2022, they called for medium density residential for this whole area, not just for that site, but pretty much the entire area that's further down this road. So when you look at the goals that are associated with medium density residential development, corresponding districts were R6, R6A, and R5A. So when staff had looked at that against the goals that you can read there, won't go into too much detail, staff felt it was not consistent with the adopted land use plan as it was submitted. This is the subject property. As I'd mentioned before, the applicant is out there currently doing some cutting, a lot of the trees and stuff out there currently now. This is on Manchester Road with the site immediately on the left-hand side. You can see the required zoning sign out there per state statutes for public notification. This is the south view, that's Fort Bragg looking immediately across the street, and this is the west view with the site immediately on the right-hand side. Staff had initially recommended a denial of the request. When we had talked with RULAC, which is a part of our process, they had expressed a not favorable opinion of the request when it was submitted. They had requested some more information in the time between that the application was submitted and the planning board here. The applicant did meet with RULAC and had some extensive conversations with them, and then RULAC came back with a letter which should be included in your packet, which then said that their concerns were satisfied. So just want to be able to point that out. So when that got pointed out at the planning board meeting this last month, the planning board had recommended approval of the request as it was submitted by 9-0. So I'll be happy to try to answer any questions that you may have.
Commissioners, any questions before we move to the public hearing? Commissioner Abbs, recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ross, and I saw the 2 letters from RULAC, and but the second letter basically says that based upon a written commitment to RULAC that they would limit their future use of the property to the activities that are compatible with the adjacent to Pope Field. Mm-hmm. But once we rezone that, that's not incorporated into the rezoning. How are we going to enforce that, or how's that going to, once it's rezoned, it's rezoned. Right. So just because you give some written commitments doesn't mean that it's going to happen. So are we putting something into this zoning or conditional or whatever, for whatever those reasons that RULAC, and it's not really set forth in the letter, talks about controlled airspace. Right. How are we going to enforce that?
Yeah, so currently there are no zoning conditions. So when they came in for O&I, if you just look at that as a broad general district, staff really didn't have an issue with O&I. know a lot of the history, if I can, I'm just going to go back a little bit. If you know some of the history out here, we had some extensive flooding out here where we had like a manufactured home park. And so the R6A, I think, is something that staff would probably agree is maybe not the most desirable type of zoning that would be out there. We thought office would be probably more appropriate. Now, so when you come to their particular type of request for their office use, the concern that was made at the time is they're going to be testing drones, which, as you know, go up and they fly up and down and so forth. And so I think through the concern that we have that those drones would be largely regulated by FAA, and through the conversations they've had with Bragg via RULAC, absent the conditions, it would be regulated by the feds through their a lot of their licensing requirements they have to go through with the FAA. So staff felt pretty much comfortable with that, and at least like RULAC certainly felt comfortable enough to be able to say that they had worked out those issues. So we didn't have a problem moving forward with that.
Commissioner Adams, go ahead.
I don't know what those written commitments were. It talks about in that second letter these written commitments. So I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know what they are, how they're going to be enforced. I know you're talking about the FAA, which is licensed drones and all of that, but not knowing what those commitments are or whatever it is that RULAC had was the issue. I've got some concerns because once we rezone it, it's just rezoned.
Right. Yeah. I think a lot of that could probably be answered by the applicant when they come up here to be able to speak on their case.
Commissioner Adams.
I don't see how. If we rezone it, whatever they tell me, if the way it's rezoned is rezoned, I mean, they can give me all the commitments they want. If it's not in what we have in our rules, it doesn't really matter tonight.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Commissioner Adams, anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Commissioners, other questions before we move to the public hearing? Okay, at this time, I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. Madam Clerk, ask you to call the first speaker.
Daniel Morgan.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening.
Thank you for your time. Mr. Adams, I will address your concerns that you talked about. So about C3A, we started this business about 3 years ago. We have been doing this, supporting the soldiers at Bragg, everywhere, CONUS, OCONUS, across the world. We do a lot of actually training for soldiers, from radios to mission command systems. I know it's kind of Greek to like some of y'all. I think some of y'all are prior military, but thank you, sir. And Ms. Jones, thank you for calling out the actual military when you first spoke of that. But myself, Daniel Morgan, I've served 23 years of service. I did most of my time here at Fort Bragg. I actually got some colleagues here. They are actually Dan Page, Nick Trusty, and also my wife, Julie Morgan. Both of them are systems engineers. And my wife is my assistant FSO for the business-wise. To actually answer some of your questions, all right, in the very initial request, we was like, well, these are the things that we would like to do, test drones, because we are partnering with other industry partners like Red Cat, Hoverfly. If you don't know, everything's going U.S., right? Y'all are tracking that, and that's just the way we're going. And so that was the initial request, to actually have them to kind of move in with us and kind of share the space, whatever. We do not own any in the U.S. We don't buy any U.S. UASs. We don't fly them. So that was the actual initial request. So there will be no U.S. flying in that 5-acre space. If they fly, they will go on Fort Bragg, and they have netted facilities that they will fly. The other concern was actually RF for actual radio RF. I told them that we will cable it up inside the lab, so we do a lot of testing with radios. Most of it is actually with LAN, meaning on the actual LAN network. Still all connected with Cat 5, Cat 6 to a switch or a router or whatever. So all that's kind of done locally inside the actual office lab, whatever you want to call it, sir. But back to your question as far as not flying USs. Flying USs, that will not be any issue whatsoever. I'll promise you, sir. There's no USs flying there. I know that's a big concern. But about me real quick. So again, I've served 23 years in service. I did most of my time here at Fort Bragg. This here is a passion for me. I love it. I love teaching the soldiers. I like training them. I give them blood, sweat, and tears all the time because today generations changed, right? From soldiers today, from like soldiers to now, it's different, right? And so we're trying to give back some of this old school mentality, some of this drive, this passion, and those are things we do. I know I'm around out of time, but thank you for your time, commissioners, and I hope I answered your questions, Mr. Adams.
Thank you, sir. And Madam Clerk, will you call the next speaker?
Nicholas Trusty.
Good evening, Commissioner, Chairman.
Good evening.
Commissioners. My name is Nicholas Trusty. I'm an employee of C3A Solutions, as Dan had mentioned. Pending any further questions, I'd like to use the additional time to answer any questions from the commissioners here.
Once we close the public hearing, we'll entertain questions.
Okay. All right. I think Dan kind of covered everything, but we're here to help the soldiers, CONUS, OCONUS. We want to get out there and, being in close proximity to Fort Bragg, it allows them to have access to us. We're a lot closer. Currently, we're in Spring Lake right now. We lease a building out. But being in close proximity, it'll help the soldiers get to us easier so we can train, and then we're in close proximity to Bragg so we can get out to the units and provide our services that way as well. So it would just allow us to have a more permanent location rather than, leasing a building. We can actually kind of hang our hat permanently. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, will you call the next speaker?
George Page.
How you doing, commissioners?
Good
staff?
evening.
Good evening.
My name is George Page. I've been an employee of Dan Morgan for about 2.5 years, since almost the beginning of the business. One of the things I'd like to mention in regards to this area is if you look at this R68 area, right, all of this stuff is like wasteland. It's pretty much over the past, I don't know how many years, probably a decade or more, it's been nothing but a wasteland. All right, people, they put signs up there. If you turn on that road, it's blocked off, right, because it's uninhabited. People just go dump trash for years and years and years. So if you've ever drove Manchester Road, came in Pope Gate, you'll know that that area, that whole entire area, is pretty much a wasteland. Like if you were to purchase that area, you would have to spend exuberant amount of money and to sift through all the debris from what people have just dumped out there, for one. So rezoning that, we're going to clean up that entire, from that intersection to the right where Manchester meets, all the way down past our business. Like that is what's going to be cleaned up, right, and blown off, taken care of, and you don't have to worry about it. So I just, ask for your approval for this. Just for one, we help the soldiers. We were former soldiers ourselves. That's our passion, and we plan to actually take this area, beautify it, and use it to better the community and better the soldiers. Any questions?
Thank you. Madam Clerk, are there any more speakers?
There are no more.
Commissioners, I will entertain questions for Mr. Howard or for the applicants. Commissioner Tyson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is more of a question for the applicant. I've had the opportunity to work with drones in my day job, and they're really amazing pieces of technology. And one of the things that I've learned is, as I list property and I call my provider, he tells me, Mr. Tyson, I got to file a flight plan if I'm going to fly this aircraft. And depending upon where it is, the software will actually prevent the piece of equipment from taking off if it's in a restricted area or if it's not in an approved area. So I just want to ask, if there's concern about, the drone flying as been discussed, does your equipment in this hypothetical scenario have similar restrictions on it if you were to try to file a flight plan and take it off in a restricted airspace?
Mr. Morgan, if you'll come up to the microphone so we can make sure that it's recorded and the audience can hear it. Thank you.
So to answer your question, I don't have any equipment for vendors. I don't know the specs and stuff, but I know for 100% fact that there would be no drones flown there, sir. And then additionally, Yes, drones were tagged with the actual serial number saying, hey, yep, and FFA, they can see it, and then they can see if it's a blue drone, meaning certain categories, class 1, class 2, class 3 drones. So they can visually see in the spectrum who's flying and the actual serial number of that aircraft, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Patel, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Howard, I think this might be a question for you. Just for our benefit, if this case is approved this evening, what's the next step, being in Spring Lake?
Well, it's in the unincorporated area, so it's not in Spring Lake proper. So they would just have to go through our typical permitting process. They would come in, submit plans and permits, and then we would get them going. Yep.
Commissioner Patel, anything else? Commissioner Adams, you're recognized.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I would tell you that I had some reservations, but listening to these speakers, I'll probably, for the boards, as we move forward, be in favor of the rezoning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioners, other questions? Matt?
I'm having trouble
Commissioner Council.
understanding how we're going to restrict activity on the land. Is it going to be go through a bidding process?
For restricting property, so
Yes.
they would be subject to whatever our standard zoning requirements would be and whatever restrictions they would be in our ordinance. So if they came through, I'm sorry?
In the ordinance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm okay.
Vice Chairman Jones, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And after listening to the concerns of Commissioner Adams as well as the input from Commissioner Tyson, my question is this. In regards to, he was stating, I know there's different, as far as these drones, is there any way that can be a contingent of the approval, that it could state that, I understand there's different type of drones that you can buy, but as he was stating, you have some that will, I guess the way Mr. Tyson put it, that you're able to say that cannot be in a certain flying zone? Like, is there any way that could be a part of this approval to ensure that the drones that are utilized will be that of the ones being purchased, could be that of what Mr. Tyson was stating? He was stating that, some have it where it can be monitored. Some drones, I guess, can be, and others can't, but could that be a requirement that those particular drones that can be, I guess what I'm trying to say is those particular drones that can be monitored, can we make that be one of the requirements, is what I'm trying to say.
Since this is not a conditional zoning case, it would just be subject to the standard, to the standards of the ONIP, the Office of Institutional Zoning District itself. And those standards would be found in the ordinance, so we couldn't be able to put conditions on the request as it's submitted right now.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioners, any other comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion. Commissioner Patel, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, I think, yeah, I'd go ahead and make a motion to approve the rezoning of KZON 250044. I move to approve the rezoning request from R6A Residential District to ONIP Planned Office and Institutional District, and find that 1, approval is an amendment to the adopted current Spring Lake area land use plan, and that the Board of Commissioners should not require any additional requests or applications for amendment to said map for this request. 2, the requested district is more complementary with operations of the abutting Fort Bragg military base and Pope Airfield than the residential uses allowed by the current zoning district. And 3, non-residential uses would be more preferable than residential uses for this site given historic flooding concerns in the area. The board finds that this request is reasonable and in the public interest, that is compatible to and in harmony with the surrounding land use activities and zoning.
Second motion. We've got a motion on the floor to approve the rezoning request from R6A Residential District to ONIP Planned Office and Institutional District. It's been properly seconded. Are there any questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote to approve the rezoning request. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
Mr. Morgan, I just also want to thank you and your team for your service and for doing business in the in the county of Cumberland. Thank you. We'll go ahead and move to item B, case ZON 250048.
Again, Ross Howard, Planning and Inspections Director, will present this item and answer any questions you may have. Ross.
Before you start, Madam Clerk, are there any speakers?
There are no speakers.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. And at this time, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Commissioners, do you have questions for Mr. Howard on this item? Or would you like to see him go through his presentation if you've not received the information?
I don't have a presentation.
Ready to make the
Received
motion,
information.
Seeing no questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion from Commissioner Patel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In case ZON 250048, I move to approve this text amendment and find that the request consistent with the 2030 Growth Vision Plan. While specific land use plan policies do not specifically address regulations for application submissions, a current ordinance that promotes efficient review processes achieves goals laid out not only in the 2030 Growth Vision Plan, but all detailed land use plans within the county. Approval of this text amendment is also reasonable and in the public interest, as is an update to clarify standards and review processes for the public.
Second.
We've got a motion on the floor to approve the text amendment. It's been properly seconded. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Howard.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll go ahead and move to item 4, items of business. We have no items of business tonight. We'll move to item 5, nominations. There are no nominations for this meeting. We'll move to item 6, appointments. There are no appointments for this meeting. We removed item 8. So at this time, I will move to the next item, closed session, and I will entertain a motion from Vice Chairwoman Jones.
Yes, I make a motion that we go into closed session for attorney-client matter pursuant to NCGS 143-318.11A3.
Second.
We have a motion to go into closed session pursuant to NCGS 143-318.11A3. It's been properly seconded. Is there any discussion or questions on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
And we'll go ahead and move into closed session. And at this time, I'll entertain a motion to come out of closed session. Vice Chairwoman Jones.
Yes, motion to come out of closed session for attorney-client matters pursuant to NCGS 143-318.11A3.
Second. We've got a motion to come out of closed session. It's been properly seconded. All in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand.
Where's she at?
See over there.
Unanimous, thank you.
The board will take action on some items that were discussed in closed session. So at this time, I will entertain a motion from Commissioner Patel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In light of our employee clinic with the Proactive MD contract, I make a motion to allow the county manager to extend the Proactive contract by up to 6 months and work out any outstanding concerns the board may have.
Second. We've got a motion to extend the Proactive contract for 6 months and allow the county manager to negotiate that. It's been properly seconded. Any discussion or comments on the motion?
And I guess that's an additional 6 months.
An additional 6 months, correct.
Yeah, just
It's an additional 6 months. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
At this time, I will entertain a motion from Vice Chairwoman Jones.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to award the RFP 26-15 for the Unhoused Support Center operator, for that to go to Manna Dream Center, and authorize the staff to proceed with negotiating with the contract at this time.
Second. We've got a motion to award RFP 2615 ADM Unhoused Support Center operator. It's been properly seconded. Any discussions or comments on the motion?
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. The screen's still saying we're in closed session.
Stand by. Are we out of closed session? Okay.
Oh, they just didn't change the screen.
The screen's changed now. We're not in closed session.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Tyson. We're not in closed sessions. We'll go ahead. Any discussion or comments on the motion as presented? Just as a point of information, so this is the Unhoused Support Center operator that was put out for RFP that closed. And this is awarding that contract for the operator of the Unhoused Support Center, which is the center that we are working on and building, that the $17 million center. So this is the operator that will work in that center.
This was the lowest responsible bidder also.
Correct, and it's the lowest responsive bidder, correct. Any other questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, I will ask for your vote. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
Next, we'll have, we will look at a motion to deal with winter sheltering, temporary emergency sheltering, and white flag operations. And I will entertain a motion from Vice Chairwoman Jones.
Yes, I make a motion that we move to approve the contract negotiations with Salvation Army for winter sheltering, temporary emergency sheltering as well, and white flag operations not to exceed $1 million.
Second.
We've got a motion to authorize the the county manager to begin contract negotiations with the Salvation Army for winter sheltering, temporary emergency sheltering, and white flag operations not to exceed $1 million. It's been properly seconded. Is there any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. Commissioner Adams, you're recognized.
Only because I think that for the citizens of this community, that the Salvation Army has new people in place, because we've been through this before, but that having, I think, staff and the chairman and everybody having talked to them, we are much more in line in terms of what they're able to do on this which is, I think, why we're moving forward on this, just to, so everybody's in line with that. Thank you.
Yeah, just as a point, so the Salvation Army we previously worked with the Salvation Army under contract negotiations. There were some issues that arose during those negotiations. Those have been resolved. Additionally, with new leadership, also with additional white flag operations, as well as winter sheltering and temporary emergency sheltering. We are able to now look to move forward with those further contract negotiations to be able to put these services in place for our community. Any additional questions or comments on that motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. All in favor, raise your right hand.
Unanimous.
Seeing no other actions to come before this board, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Vice Chairman Jones.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Got a motion to adjourn. It's been properly seconded. All in favor, raise your right hand.
It's cold outside.
And we're adjourned.